Okay guys, this is the tutorial on which is the best Linux for deep learning to use. Okay, so which is the best Linux for deep learning to use. So we are going to first select the versatile version of Ubuntu 16.04. I'm going to go and show you the different versions. So first would be Ubuntu 16.04 life cycle. Okay, life cycle, lifetime or lifespan, end of life. Okay, and as you can see that Ubuntu 16.04.6 is actually as up to 2024, and CentOS 7 okay, CentOS 7 as and life cycle as they are telling you. Let me show you. So CentOS 7 is supposed to end in 30th June 2024. So you have a very long term support. Okay, maintenance updates up to here, full dates updates will be, and for RHEL Linux 8.8 N life is, as you can see from here the images, it has a very long term support of this RHEL 8.8 is very long term support because it has a support up to 2029. So I will be trying to make videos on even this if it is available free. So up to 2029 you can use this thing without any disturbance. So this is retired enterprise edition. So you can also use CentOS 7, which has a very long term support. CentOS 7 everything which comes in two versions, DVD and everything, it will be a very good one. Okay, and in this what we are going to see is Ubuntu 16.04 is worth or not. So we are going to install ROS, OpenCV, virtual everything, and we are going to see in this tutorial. So let's get into the tutorial, and the second part of the tutorial would be full of stupidity, all the stupidity I have made. Okay, I have not downloaded it fresh, I have just not downloaded new one of it. I have just used the old one of the cudatoolkit 9.db file, so I could not install it. So the stupidity will be shown there. Okay, let's go into the video and see. So okay friends, and we are going to install this cudatoolkit 9 in 16.04 LTS. For this computer I will show you. So this is supposed to be 7.8 gig, and it's supposed to be 16.04 LTS and 64-bit. I have dual booted the system, and we are going to just check which is the best OS for deep learning. It is only based on installation problems you faced, not on performance or anything. So please don't mistake, because many of them are asking me how could I install all the CUDA and all the requirements correctly without any error to run YOLO v3, pytorch, tensorflow, SSD. That's it. We are not going to go beyond that. We are not going with generative adversarial networks or style transfer or any other things. We are only going to do with the normal thing, pytorch, YOLO v3, and tensorflow or those things. So you have to just download it as latest as possible, because I have tried many things, it is not working. Then what you have to do is you have to just configure it. So in order to configure it, you have to just go here and paste and go. Then what you have to do is you have to just kill all the any files running in the background, and after running background has been locked, then you have to sudo dpkg configure a, then you have to start doing it. Okay, sudo dpkg configure a, and you have to do it, and it will be running. Before that, what you will do is uname mcat and what version I am using. I will show you 16.04.6, and the drivers needed are 390 or 384 and 16.04.6, and we are going to use YOLO v3, v2 and 9000. We are going to check, especially YOLO v3 is used in lots of research oriented things, because lots of thesis students have been asking me. And pytorch YOLO v3 we are going to test tensorflow GPU SSD, and added to our list will be darkflow. Okay, we will be using all these things on this, and these are the kinds of thing we are going to use. And OpenCV 3.4.0 version, it will run without any error. This is for bulk installation, not an pip installation, and GCC should be 6 if some error comes only. Okay, without any error coming, you don't want to do it. So, and the generic version of the thing would be you have to test it, and this is used to test it. Then what you have to do is you have to go to the downloads folder. Okay, and from here what you have to do is open the terminal, get down and go to the CUDA, copy this. If the error comes, we are going to try it next. Okay, hit enter, give your password. So it is just unpacking it. So it has given the key. So what mistake we have done is we have not installed the latest one, so only this error start on comes. Okay, so then you have to get the key now. Okay, the key is now got. Then you have to go to the sudo apt-get update, and you have to update it, so it may take a long time. Okay, and it has finished quickly, I think so. So we have already updated our system, so it is finishing quickly. Then what I do is sudo apt-get install cudnn. It's supposed to be cudnn. Paste it and put on space 9. Unable to look at packages. So nothing to be said. Okay, license cudnn. License cudnn version, you can see here is cudnn version. So it is supposed to be CUDA. Okay, we hope that it will be done. Okay, let's run. Okay, so you must download as much as latest version as possible. Okay, then there will be no error in running it. Then we have to set all the environment variables. So I am telling you again, don't try to get a backup of the whole system with CUDA install. It will make a 2 restore points, which will make a 2 commanding centers. I think that's a problem that I faced, which corrupted all my system. Okay, so try to install as much as latest one, and you must really install the drivers as much as the latest thing you have. Okay, so I have installed nvidia. My god, there are lots of ones to here. Okay, so you can use any of these things. You can use 390, and 390 is best nvidia binary driver. Everything is a binary driver. You can also go with 416, but we are using 384, so let's hope this runs correctly. Okay, I am using cudnn because it is the only chance we have to run it. Okay, and it is unpacking everything, and I have tell you about the installations. So these are all the dependencies needed. We are going to install CUDA 7. Okay, this is needed, and we are going to go through the process. Just installing everything. so far so good. Then there is no error in this, because I'm showing you all this because you have to go through all the process, because without this is only going to take 10 minutes. But what I have done the previous error is I'm going to make what are the errors I have done. So I have not downloaded the latest one, I think. So you have to download this. It will give you the key. After giving you the key, you have to set the key, GPG key, and you have to update it. After updating it, you have to just run it, and after running it, you will just succeed it. Okay. Okay, everything has been done correctly. Now we have to gedit dash or cgedit. But going with Vim would be correct, because Vim is a very versatile one. Okay, dash rc. Okay, it's not showing up, but it's okay, it's already showing up. So it is over here, gedit dash rc. So we are going to set the environment variables, and what we are going to do is we are going to install the environment variables. So in order to install the environment variables, we are going to go to new site and CUDA 9 environment variables setup. Okay, CUDA 9 environment variable setup. So go here, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down. It's going on, going on, going on, going on. After the installation, you have to set the environment variables. Find it, stupidity. Okay. So install NVIDIA CUDA by GitHub. GitHub repositories give a good source of everything. So after that, what you have to do is you have to copy this. These are the environment variables that are required. So copy all these things. Okay. So CUDA 9 is the version we have, and copy this. Go to the gedit dash rc, paste this, save this. After saving this, close the bash rc. Take a good look at it. Export path user local CUDA bit. Okay. And close this. After closing it, go here, give it a source bash rc. If there is no error, it will show no error. Okay, source bash rc, there is no error. So nvcc v. So we have installed the CUDA toolkit 9. So next would be we would install the cudnn version. cudnn version. So in order to install the cudnn version, what I will do is we are going to install the target version of the cudnn version. So www.google and cudnn install, cudnn download. Okay, 7 would be have no error in 16.04. So this is just a test for using very good deep learning. Okay, so not this. Okay, download cudnn. So you have to give all your ID, login, and create a social account login. Okay. Go with Google, that will be correct. Okay, making some mistake, but I'm showing you everything. Okay, that's to be done. After agreeing all the terms and thing, you have to go inside. Then you have to go to the cudnn archive 1. So we are going to install the cudnn 7, pure 7, not 7.3, 7.6 or anything. cudnn 7 should be installed. So 7.04 is the last one. So we will go with 7.05. It will have no trouble. Okay. So then what you have to do is, it's better that you go with this cudnn 7.05 Linux Power 8. Okay. Doing this would be correct. Yes, this is be correct, because wait a minute. Okay, this is for 8. We don't want for 8. We just need it for 9. So you have to go with library for Linux. So this will be the version. You can also do it with these debs ones, but this will be the easiest one, I think so. So let's try everything. Okay. So first what you have to do is runtime library. First you have to download this. We will go with this setup. Okay, save this. Second one you have to save this. The third one you have to save this. So everything is there. So cudnn 7.0.5 should be downloaded. Okay, so download every latest one of it. And what you have to do, you have to go with the installation guide and start installing it. Okay, so the installation guide, and after installing the CUDA, cudnn targets so easy that you can install it very easily. So we will try that too, but we have this deb format of installing will be also easy. Okay, user cudnn samples, and we have to go there and do some test verifying it for installation. So let's try that too. Okay, so first try to install this by clicking it. Just click it and just install it. Okay, if it's needed you have to give your password. Now what is doing is it's asking me to install. It's just running. Let's go there, open containing folder. Okay, open the containing folder, and what you have to do is you have to get the sudo dpkg and go here, open the terminal. First do ls and then paste it, and what you have to do is these are the libcudnn files needed. So first you have to run the runtime library file, give your password. Okay, okay, it has been done. Then what you do is you have to set this second one, and for setting the second one, after runtime library you have to go with the development one and paste it. You have to go with the top one. Okay, okay, after this has been done you have to go with this top one. Okay, sudo dpkg top one, paste this. Okay, everything set correctly. Now you have to go to the computer, user, wait a minute, you have to go to the user source cudnn samples. So user source and cudnn samples. Now we're going to the cudnn samples. You have to copy and paste this to the home. Okay, so this should be correct when cudnn installation will not be so be correct. Okay, and then you have to go here, open the terminal. So paste this and hit enter. So something will be pasted there in the home folder, and after that what you have to do is you have to copy this cd ms cudnn sample and take it to the home. Okay, okay, go to the cd home folder. Now you have to go to the cd home folder. Okay, in the mnist folder. Then what you have to do is you have to make the file, compile the file. That's what they are saying. Make the file and a clean file. That's what they are saying. So you have to make the file. Just making it up. So let's see our code runs correctly. So let's see this runs. If it not also it will run. We are going to install the targets version if this doesn't run. Okay. Okay, test passed. So we have successfully installed the cudnn. So even though we have installed the cudnn, we still have lots of ways to go. So installing with the other things also would be useful. Okay, so then what you have to do is go to the yolo.net to check that every installation we have done is correct. Go here and yolo.net, yolo ARKNET. So it is supposed to be yolo v3. We are going to check in both things, yolo v3 and yolo v2. Ready? We are going to check both. And convolutional neural networks, GitHub, like CAB. So we have come to this point, and after getting to the point, you have to get here. So this is supposed to be yolo v3. Copy this, go to the folder, cd clear. So we are going to make a GitHub clone. So Git is not installed, so we are going to install the Git also. Okay, so we are going to test everything to the last. So let it be installed, Git being installed. So we are just testing in every OS. So we are also going to test on 18.04. We are also going to test on CentOS. Then after that, what you do is just go to the cd darknet, copy this and paste it over here, and no file named as darknet because we are not installed the darknet, so no file named as darknet. So we have to copy and download the darknet file. Okay, it has been done. And go to the darknet. Now what you do is you have to go to the home folder and go to the darknet. Wait a minute, what all samples we have in cudnn? We have an MNS sample, we have RNN sample. So we'll look at that for next time. So go to the make file. There's the make file. It's over here. And put GPU1 and cudnn1 and save it. Just close it. After closing it, coming to here. make. So if there is no error, it will just flawlessly run out without any error. So we have installed everything correctly. So you have to have a very latest version of everything, and you have to download it everything fresh. Don't use it because in CUDA-9 they have been using it for a very long purpose. So and you have to install the latest one as possible. Okay. So far so good. There are no errors. It's running good. Okay, so let me show you the GCC version I have. So if you go to Python, you can also see the GCC. It is only 5.40, so there are no error. If you can install, you can also install the GCC 6. There will be no problem. Then what you have to do is you have to get the YOLO weights and test it. So let's get the YOLO weights and test it. Okay, let's close everything. Go to the home, go to the darknet terminal. Let's get it. The YOLO weights be downloaded. Okay, so it may take some time. Okay, the YOLO weights has been downloaded. Okay friends, and what you have to do is you have to go here and test whether this thing works. If it doesn't work or core dump, we have to change the config files. Okay, let's see, the core has been dumped, so there's no problem with that. You have to go there, go to the CFG, go to the yolo v3 CFG config file, just over here. And what you have to do is you have to just unmark these things. Okay, unmark these things, and you have to set this width and height of the images to 416 cross 416, and this has to be unmarked. Okay, correctly. Okay, it has to be unmarked. This is common for the both. Even for training also you have to do this. Save it, close it, then try to run it. Okay, if there is, I think there will be no error now. Okay, yes, there is no error because the main config file is over here, which you are using. The subdivisions and the batch has to be one, and you have to run it. Okay, so that's it, friends. We have been done successfully with so far. So this is also good for TensorFlow's GPU, which will also install. If you want to install, you can also install that. So let's also install sudo pip install tensorflow GPU. Okay, pipman not found, so sudo apt-get installed pip sudo apt, because I'm doing it in a fresh version which will be useful for many of you guys. So I'm making pip python, not python, no, python, python. Yeah. Okay, install the pip. Okay, you are going to also install it for this python 3. Okay, and after installing, you are going to test it for TensorFlow also. You have to upgrade the pip after the installation. Then what you have to do is go here, install it for python 3 also. Okay, so it will be correct. You have to install it for python 3. Okay, in here you have 3.5.2, which is the python, which is available over here. Okay, so now try to install TensorFlow GPU pip 3 install TensorFlow GPU, and there will be no error. Okay, it's correcting. So it is about 377 MB. So after this, what you have to do is going to download it, and after the download, it is going to be installed without any error. We have just gone through pip installation. The pytorch also, it will have no error. Okay, because we have CUDA-9, CUDA-9 7 and all those things. So be careful with the installation, so don't go for the long version of it. Okay, it's just installing it. So both, I'm going to show you both in TensorFlow, and these are the main installation needed. PyTorch, there will be no problem, you can install, I am guaranteeing you that. Okay, I can't show you now because the video has already gone more than 30 minutes, I think so. Nobody will be watching more than 30 minutes. Okay, so choosing the best OS, Linux OS for deep learning would be 16.04. I also want to discuss you something that it has up to 2023, it has user support, so you can use it up to that. So we are going for CentOS 7 and Rahel OS, that is Rahel means this Red Hat Linux OS Enterprise Edition, so which has a very long term support, and also Debian. We are going to make it with super stable Debian versions. Okay, but we will go with CentOS. Tomorrow we will do it with CentOS. As you can see, it is running correctly. You see that it goes through everything correctly. Then what happens is it will start to install all the other dependencies needed for the TensorFlow, and it will start to install it. So if you want a custom object detection, I will make another video on that, custom object detection. So what are the resized images you need for the custom image detection and how should you use it, and everything would be cleared for you. Okay, so it is just doing everything correctly. So TensorFlow GPU is now being installed without any error, the latest one. Okay, protobuff is also installed. I think you don't want to install it again. There were no errors with this. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so if you want to upgrade the pip version, you have to go here and copy this sudo, paste this, and this would start upgrading it. Okay, pip and pip 3 also should be upgraded. So pip 3 and 3. I will not find it because pip 3 is already there. Okay, pip 3 is also updated. 19.1 is the latest version. So we have installed TensorFlow. Let's check it. Python 3 we have installed in Python 3. Import TensorFlow STF. Syntax error. So we have some errors. TensorFlow STF. TensorFlow. Okay, I have just missed it. Import, I have to put T. I'm sorry for that. Okay, there was no error. So TensorFlow has imported correctly, and we have installed CUDA, and we have run through it. So there was no error. So we are going to install OpenCV tomorrow and see what happens. Okay, there will be no error, don't worry. So the version of OpenCV we are going to use is 3.4.0 and 3.4.0, and I will give you the OpenCV. This is the PyTutorials OpenCV 3.4.0 ubantu-16.04 installed. You can go and check it there. I will give you the website address. Okay, so we have installed and there was no problem. Okay, pytorch also will install correctly. Okay, thank you guys. And okay guys, sorry for the disturbance. Last but not least, the code also worked for YOLO v2. So YOLO v2 also there will be no problem. So I compiled it for YOLO v2. You can see from here it also had no problem. So it will run very tightly. If you want to do some changes, you have to go to this YOLO v2 config files, and you have to change it, and you have to change this to 416 and 416, and this would run correctly. That's it. Thank you. Okay. Okay friends, before going to the video, the first part was full of success. The second part will be full of failure. Okay, what all are the mistake I have done is I have not downloaded the CUDA-9 version from the net. I have used the CUDA deb file which I have downloaded before 6 months or 2 months ago, and I tried to install it. It was not able to unzip it, and cudnn also was not working. So this is full of stupidity that I have made. If you are interested in watching it, please do watch it. It would be a good lesson for you. So thank you. Let's go into the video. This would be a good lesson. This is all stupidity. Don't please go into this part of the video, because I am telling, try to install and download the newest version as much as possible. Okay, thank you. Okay friends, welcome you all to this tutorial. So choosing the best OS for deep learning, I am again saying that this is only based on installation problems we face. It is not based on any performance or metrics used. Okay, so we are going to first install CUDA and cudnn in. Okay, we are not going to upgrade it. So this should be Linux Mint, not Linux Mint, This is Ubuntu 16.04, okay, LTS 16.04.6, and you have this disk space about 480.9 GB, which I have dual booted the system, so there is no trouble in dual booting it. Okay, so you have NVIDIA graphics card 10106, it is supposed to be 710 GT 710. Okay, so let's see, we can install it. I don't know why it is showing NV106, I don't know. Okay, so we are going to install it. Before that, what you have to do is you have to go to the CUDA, the prompt version of the CUDA toolkit you have to choose. So in order to choose that, what you have to do is you have to go to the Google CUDA toolkit. Okay, CUDA toolkit 9, because it has the supported version and it is working for YOLO and everything. Okay, so in this what all we are going to face, I should tell you. So 16.04 is supported, we are going to go deep in. So download this, copy all these commands, and we are going to roll it out. So before that, I have to tell you that the necessary things for this is, okay, so what all we are going to do is, so we are going to install CUDA 9, cudatoolkit 9, and cudnn 7.5 or 7. Okay, cudnn 7, and NVIDIA drivers are supposed to be drivers must be 390 and above or 384. Okay, and it should be Ubuntu OS 16.04.6 or 6, I don't know. Okay, anyhow, everything is going to support LTS. Okay, and these are the versions we are going to install. For a complete GPU acceleration, we are going to choose which OS is the best. I have already done it for Linux Mint. This should be our testing tool. So we are going to use it for YOLO V3, V2 and 9000, and we are going to use it for pytorch based object detection of YOLO V3. We are not going to concentrate in any kind of GANs or autoencoders or natural language processing things, and TensorFlow, the latest version, GPU based. Okay, and we are going to concentrate on SSD. So these are all the things we have to satisfy, and we are going to install OpenCV 3.4, that would be OpenCV 3.4.0. okay, 3.4.0. okay, and what you will do is 3.4.0, and so this would take a long time, OpenCV installation, so we are going to do it next day. So we are going to compile everything and we are going to see which is the suitable one for us. So we are going to make TensorFlow GPU based custom object detection and YOLO V3 custom, because YOLO V3 is highly used and everyone is asking tutorial on that. We are going to make a tutorial on that. Okay, so we are going to use all this stuff and we are going to install it. And I have to tell you that we have in BIOS mode I have installed, not in UEFI mode, and you have to run the grub. For grub installation, during the installation if the error comes, because everyone is asking that I have error with grub installing, because you are not switching on the internet during the booting or installation with the USB. Okay, so you have to do it. So you have to do it. So let's go and see our tutorial. Okay, let's go and see our tutorial to 3.4.0. and also if there should be any error to come, you have to change the GCC++ 6 version. Okay, this could also lead to error, some error. So we are going to first test it on darknet, and we are going to install TensorFlow, pytorch and everything. Okay, so let's go. So first try to see that our drivers has been correctly installed. So go to the additional drivers, go to show you additional drivers over here. So please don't make an restore point, two restore point. When I tried to make it, I faced lots of errors. So if two restore points have two commanding centers, and that may lead to error. I don't know whether it is. I have to go through some GitHub and Stack Exchange. So then what I have to do is apply some changes. Okay, give your password. Okay, authenticate and apply the changes for the this thing. Okay, so let it get downloaded. So after that, what you have to do is you have to download this CUDA repo, and you have to download it. I have already downloaded it. Okay, cudnn and everything. So I have downloaded this CUDA. So copy this, go into the music folder, paste it over here. Okay, and we are going to install this right now. So let the drivers install correctly, and after the drivers installation, we will start to roll out with other installation. So these are the main basic things we are going to install: cudatoolkit 9, cudnn 7, OpenCV, GCC+. These are the things which could cause error. If you have error with 384, you can go with drivers, NVIDIA drivers 390. This is not normal drivers, NVIDIA drivers 390. I have to make a note that Linux does not come with any kind of chipset or audio or any kind of drivers. It only needs drivers for the graphics card. Okay, the freezing problems could also be solved with these things. Okay, so after this installed correctly, we are going to go with normal things. So we have to just install this drivers correctly. Okay, so it may take a long time. Let me stop the video. So okay friends, the drivers has been installed correctly. Okay, and we are going to test it. Okay, let's close it. And now what you have to do is you have to go to the music folder. Okay, let me minimize this. You see the mic is on. Go to the music folder, get here, open the terminal from here. So then you have to sudo dpkg, and you have to surely download this and keep it in the folder you desired, and then paste it, enter, give your password. So okay, errors encountered while processing CUDA repo 16.04 deb unexpected end file or stream. So it is supposed to be that cannot copy or extracted data from that. So there is some damage in our file, I think so. I don't know what it is. So okay, not like that. Okay, less. Okay, and paste it and copy this as it is, because we are not going to use that. Even though the error comes, we are going to go for the next thing. Let's runfile. Okay, so unexpected error has occurred, set by them. Okay, CUDA repo encountered while processing cannot be extracted. So there may be some error in the download, I think so. Okay, there will not be anything more than that. So 1.2 gigs, about 1.2 gigs. Install, processing correctly. Going correctly. Okay. So there are some errors encountered in this, so let us rectify it. Okay, the CUDA toolkit may also be due to the error of the NVIDIA drivers has not been installed correctly. So let's go and change the driver. Okay, I don't know whether that was the problem, but we are going to just take a guess and check everything. Okay, unable to locate it. I don't know why it's not over there. So NVIDIA graphics drivers, we are going to get those keys. Okay, these are the key. Take a good look at it. Sudo apt repositories ppa graphics part-1. Okay, get it, and everything is fine. So press enter to continue. It's just running. So sudo apt-get. So after update, you have to just install the drivers. Okay, we are going to install the latest driver as much as possible. Okay, the devices and drivers available. Okay, we are going to go with 390, not with 416. Okay, this would be the actual driver we are going to use, and paste it and give it 390. Okay, unable to locate the packages. So it is supposed to be sudo apt-get, I think so. apt-get, and let's see, 415, I think it will be able to locate it. So it is not able to locate, I don't know why. Okay, 231 upgraded packages. Okay, Ubuntu drivers and drivers that are available. Let's see what are the drivers that are available. Okay, just taking some time, not showing anything. And let's see that this works. So unable to acquire dpkg, this other process is using it. Other process is using it, I don't know which process is using it. Terminal, paste it, give your password. Okay, bear lock, open resources is unavailable, dpkg is unlocked. So there is supposed to be some error, so let us rectify it. Okay friends, and this could be the error, I think so. So there was, you have to kill all the apt-get thing, and you have to just configure the sudo dpkg configure a, then it will just run flawlessly. Okay, so again close it, I'll show you again how to do. So let me stop this video, it's just running on the background. So go to the terminal and just configure it, give your password. So it will give you the root permission to do everything, then you can install. So let's see whether our CUDA repo is now ready for the installation. And what it will do is cudnn toolkit, cudnn toolkit, OL toolkit installed. Okay, and go there. So this is must that there are two things. Let's close this. So this must that what it will do is you have to configure the dpkg version, I think so, and kill all the, so I'll give you all these sites needed. Okay, this is given by this site. Okay, it is a very good reference. So you have to do this because in first installation you may have some problems. So go to the room, let's put it here, configure dpkg to start. Again, configure the dpkg. So the heading would be first configure the first config dpkg, which is a first step of the process. Okay, so this is why we had some errors. Okay, then what you have to do is, so let's see now it works without any error. Go to the music and go to the terminal, paste it over here on this. You're going to paste the config, sudo configure a, give your password, because it was not able to access things because there are some problems. Then go here, so it is supposed to be Linux 864 Ubuntu 16.04 deb local, and you have to copy this. I think this is going to work correctly. Okay, we have solved the problem. This could be also a bullet for Linux Mint. Okay, let's see if this works. There are some errors to be done. So where CUDA repo is not found, errors encountered during the processing. So let's go for another thing. So let's go for this. CUDA repo public key is found or not. Okay, we have not unzipped it till, so you have some errors in it, so you have to just rectify it. Okay, and solve it. Repo and AMD, not deb is not needed. This deb is not needed anyway, and you have to give it over here. So let's see whether this works. Okay, this has not been unzipped, but even though we are trying, that GPG cannot open. Okay, it is not opening this where CUDA repo 9, so you have to make some changes. So let's see that. Okay, let's try it with super user permission. Okay, yes, you. Okay, give your password. So we are doing with super user permission. So let's hope this works, and let's try to install the CUDA. Okay. Okay, still error comes out. So let us use super user permission, sudo su. Okay, and paste it. Still you have some errors, it's not able to open it, so cannot open the where CUDA file. So let's go for an online solution. This also same problem came out in the version of Linux Mint.